So sometimes journaling can even just be reinforcing negativity, blame, projecting, gossiping.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really the lens in which you journal from of where it's a positive, healthy tool.
Can we spend a second on that?
Mm-hmm.
So I've never thought of that concept before, that journaling could just be
spinning you out, just like therapy can be.
Yeah, exactly. So what do each sides of that coin look like? The using the journal as something that's spinning you out versus using your journal as a way that's helping elevate you.
Yeah. So let's go back where this conversation kind of first started with victimhood. If I'm writing from the victimhood, which is very close to my child.
Yeah.
Our child wounds, then again, what is the thing that's going to pull us out in our own self-reflections? Is it the question of, here's what's happening, I just got to get it out, and then what do I do about it? Light side, empowered side? Or is it just venting and writing about the situation of how bad it hurt? That dark side. Yeah. Are we writing from the place of entitlements? And, sometimes we can be so gluttonous with our own words that we're really just building up our own ego and we're staying in it. So
I want to use an example for this because I think that this is really valuable. It's a change that I've noticed in my own journaling.
Yes.
Over the last little while. It's so funny. I use a journal almost exclusively. It'd be like birthdays, New Year's, these times of like reflection already.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. And almost all of them started with, well, you piece of shit. Remember in the last journal where it said that you were going to do this more often and blah, blah, blah. Well, that was a year ago. So welcome back to it. Like I had to get my own negative self-talk out of the way. And then I would jump into the journal and be like, okay, now that that's over, let's talk about what happened this year.
Yeah.
But a lot of those entries were history books. They were names, places, and dates. Here are the places that I went this year. Here are the fun moments. Here are this and that.
The autobiographical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I miss about some of those things is it helps me understand where the dots on my timeline were. Oh yeah. That was when I went to Boston for the first time and Paris. And like, that was my first ever work trip. And I can think about that moment. But what I wish that I had instead was just got back from Paris. This was what it was like being with Bill during his birthday this year and celebrating with this Camus wine that I've never had before. And like, it's so cool that he could treat everyone. And
yeah, so then you started going to that second layer, emotional.
Exactly.
This is the feeling of that experience.
Yeah. And now I almost exclusively journal from the point of, here's a small point of reference to what we're talking about. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about what I'm feeling, the lessons I'm trying to learn from it, the things that I'm reflecting on. I would like to take an example maybe for the people who might be new to journaling or might be thinking about, maybe they've caught themselves in this conversation being like, oh, fuck, I'm a gossiper in my journal.
Yeah.
So somebody goes through a breakup. Let's say that they go through a breakup, they got cheated on. What do the two different versions of journaling look like where somebody does it in a constructive way that might be helpful for them versus doing it in a way where it's venti, emotional, it's the other thing?
Okay, so in journaling, the question is, how do you tell which was which? Of how do I constructively journal through the heartache or the pain of breakup?
Yeah.
So part of it is, what's really hard about breakups is it touches our hubris, right? It touches our pride. Mm-hmm. So it puts us in a pain experience. It doesn't matter if you were dating for 6 months, 10 years, 30 years, it puts us in our pride. So if we were to journal through that, we would miss the opportunity to see ourselves in it, to know thyself, to self-examine, if we're so focused on the other person and why we weren't good enough for them, why they don't choose us. So it becomes about us instead of a reflection of us, right? So if we are trying to, there's transition points, again, how I see it, of first layer, second layer, core layer.
Yeah.
It's how I'm kind of teaching through the course to get into the core layer, which is the symbolic archetypal.
Yeah.
But in those transition points from first and middle layer is we begin to go, okay, what are the themes here? What's the story?
Mm-hmm.
And then to pull the value out of that is to see yourself in it in a way that you can take yourself out of it.
So what is that? To me, I'm trying to think about what the language might sound like or what the journal entry might look like if you're making it about them instead of about you. What does that journal entry look like? What are you writing? What are you saying?
Okay.
They stopped texting me.
I just got a message that so-and-so is already dating and they saw him out at the coffee shop and they were with a girl. I cannot believe he's already with a girl. He doesn't care about me at all. He's already moved on. He's already having sex. Like, again, it's very different through a feminine mindset, through a male mindset.
Still helpful though. I feel like.
Yeah. So, men can go into the next relationship real quick. Mm-hmm. So through a female aspect of journaling of how bad it hurts that he's already moved on and da-da-da-da. From a male aspect, maybe it's, she never appreciated me. I did all this for her and I would buy her flowers and she never really cared. And I just took somebody out on a date and I brought a flower and she was so lit up and this girl respects me. She sees me, right? It's through a different lens, but it's still on what you're doing outside of you and how that person is, right? So projecting, blaming, transferring.
Right.
So you're still writing about yourself. It's personal, but the transition point is it's personal, but it's not personal. We can take ourselves out of the personal a little bit to see, okay, see me. What was my role in that? How did I play into that? What did I miss?
So how does that reflection change? How does that journal entry change when you make that transition to, yes, they're dating someone else. Yes, they're at the coffee shop. Yes, they're doing those things. But I can't take that personally. That's part of their journey. That's the way that they're sorting this out. That doesn't have to do with me. So instead, I'm going to focus on why does this breakup hurt like it does? What are my patterns? What does the other side of that look like when you start to self-reflect instead of project onto another person?
The control we have is what led to this person not feeling like I respected, appreciated? What led to the disconnect of emotional connection? It's the control we have to take accountability and responsibility of our part in it, right? So the journal entries shift into, why did I do that? What was my motivation to hold back in any way, shape, or form? If my partner is saying that he doesn't feel respected, what am I doing? Why am I holding back that? Right? So every action that he or she is representing there's an inner motivation or intention that is in us. It's the unresolved stuff in us, again, through the psyche, through the subconscious, unconscious. So to know thyself, to self-examine, to self-reflect is to go in over and over and over. This is not personal to me. It's not happening to me. It is happening for me so I can see myself and change the deepest habits and patterns. So what are the questions, the journaling questions of me? How far back does my anger go? So resentment and anger, when somebody hurts us, when somebody hurts our pride, it's a natural thing to be resentful.
Yeah.
Now, if we journal how resentful we are, and we build up all of the justification.
This son of a bitch.
To be bitter.
Yeah.
And then that is pulling in, oh my God, I can't believe he's with another girl. And now that's what we're focused on. Whoa.
Right.
You just missed it. You had an opportunity to go deeper into the depth and you missed it.
Because instead you wanted to have your rant session with your journal.
Because you're so prideful. The transparency and honesty is still focused out instead of in.